Yeah, now we are live. We are live. Let's go. Just in a nick of time. Oh my gosh, I'm crazy with the time. Oh, also too, for anyone that doesn't know, we do run a pre-show giveaway before the show starts. So if you want to be a part of that, courtesy of our partners, VV Digital Collectibles, make sure you're following one of the handles that you see on the screen right now. That could be me, that could be Nikki, or that can be OMW. But make sure you're following it because we start at actually 7:30. And y'all want to know who won the pre-show giveaway?
I would, yeah.
Okay, so it's funny. Actually, Alexa, turn off the AC.
Yo, Alexa can do AC.
Alexa, turn off the AC.
Alexa can do AC.
She can do everything. All right, I'm sorry for all the air conditioning units that I've turned off in the interim. But look, okay, so OMW, it's interesting that you said that in regards to Dubes and Maja and Jesus going crazy in the comment section, because you know who won.
Who won?
Dubes! Shout out Dubes for winning the pre-show giveaway. Once again, it pays to be early and it pays to spam, and you know, gamers is gonna game, right? So shout out Dubes, congratulations on that win for the pre-show. But once again, for everyone in the space, the pre-show giveaway is not the only giveaway. It's not the only giveaway that we have for the night. We have a main show giveaway as well, courtesy of our sponsors, VV Digital Collectibles. So stick around and I will show you guys how that works too. But in the meantime, I feel like I've spoken about them a lot. Should we go into our affiliate message real quick? Are you guys ready? Actually, hold on.
I'm ready.
I didn't ask how you guys were doing. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm all right, bud. I'm all right today. How are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm excited. I've been excited about this episode for quite some time. So, yeah, I'm excited. All right, so then let's kick this off with a message from our affiliate partners in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up? My name is Emoji and I'm here with Nikki G and OMW, and we're bringing you Anime After Hours. But before we do that, I want to give a brief shout out to our affiliates, VV Digital Collectibles. VV is the world's home of premium collectibles, comics, and artworks from brands that you love, like Viz Media, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, and more. Take your collecting to the next level with VV Digital Collectibles and check out the link in our description box below, or use the QR code that you see on the screen for $10 off your first purchase.
This is an interactive show and podcast recorded live in front of an online audience. Those in the crowd on X are welcome to join in on the conversation, but know that all conversations that take place during the show will be published across multiple platforms. With this being a live interactive show and podcast, please be mindful of your speech.
And now, let's get back to the show.
Okay, we are good. We are back, and we are live. Hold on, where's my... Yay! There we go. Hey! So, Nikki, you dropped a new song today. We played during the pre-show.
We did do that.
How are you feeling about it? How are you feeling about the new release?
It was, I don't know. When I was recording it, I kept feeling like it didn't sound good.
Oh no. I mean, do you feel better now?
Yes.
Okay.
But
all right, cool.
when I was trying to sing it, I was just like, I think it's because I sang it up an octave. Mm-hmm. So maybe it was sounding weird to my ears or something, but I don't know. It's just the whole recording process. I was like, this sounds like crap. I was like, but I commissioned this instrumental. I have to do it.
Well, I mean, yeah,
It's actually pretty crazy. Didn't you have a world premiere last week as well?
The week before. Yeah, I'm trying to
do a lot of music, bro. She released a lot of music.
Yeah. I'm trying to do every 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to have anything out on the 3rd because Nara, my mixer, is on vacation. But hopefully for the rest of the summer, I'm trying to do every 2 week schedule. I'm trying.
That's actually pretty crazy. Shout out to you, Nikki.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean and that's dope. And I know you have some more stuff in the works, obviously, featuring myself. But
Yep.
but yeah, no, I mean it's dedication, and also to the fact that you're like all of these songs are all they're all produced, whether it's commissioned out to rock bands to play them live, or commissioned out to producers to reproduce these songs. So it's not like you're ripping the tracks off the thing. Like you're actually having bands and musicians and artists come in, and a lot of them are very jazzy and very complicated. Like I mean, I know a lot of us Westerners are very used to a specific song format when it comes to music. And I could say this being a producer, right? Like a lot of times when it comes to songs, you have the same four chord progressions throughout the entire song, right? And there's really not much change. But especially when you get to Eastern music, not only do you have more changes in chords, but you also have you have key changes, right? You have things that are, going from major to minor. Like you have a lot of different intricacies when it comes to the music. So singing that obviously is a adventure, but also to reconstructing these music and playing it on different instruments, right? So so kudos to you for that. And I think diving into the topic for today when it comes to music and anime, I think that kind of sets a tone too, right? Because a lot of times when it comes to music that we see, whether it be intros to shows over here, right? They may just be made for that. They may be jingles and stuff like that. But a lot of anime music, they're actually like songs. They're actually fleshed out songs that are like by established artists, right? That they get to do that. Thus the quality.
Yeah, I feel like, well, yeah, because they kind of work in sync with each other. I feel like the artist promotes the show and the show promotes the artist, and it's kind of it's a collaboration that works out for both parties,
Definitely. So I definitely wanted to dive more into that. I wanted to dive more, and that's what today's episode is about, right? That bridge of why the music in anime is very unique, especially when it comes to, and it's funny because I remember I was telling when Magic was watching some shows, like, you can't skip the intro, because I mean Netflix will have it, right? Skip the intro. I'm like, you can't skip the intro. Like there is a certain feel that you get or vibe from listening to the music where it just resonates. And I mean, Your Lie in April is an example of that. That intro to you. Well, first off, it probably has it has an amazing opening, but that song, it makes me think of the entire series. And I think that matters. I think that matters. But I do want to say, before we jump into this, I do want to say for everyone that's in the crowd, we are doing a giveaway courtesy of our affiliates, VV Digital Collectibles. So for the main part of the show. So the way to enter into the giveaway for this show, there are 3. Actually, OMW, can you handle the doors for me? OMW.
Is he gone?
I don't know.
Let me check my Discord. Hold on.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
He hasn't said anything to me.
All right. We're gonna figure that out. But he went down to listener. Okay. If he requests to come, he may be having technical issues. But all right.
Okay.
So we're gonna figure out the door situation. But here's the thing. Okay. So we are doing a giveaway for the main show, but because I like complicating things and I like making things difficult, we are making this, we're making it fun. We're gamifying it. We're gamifying the giveaways. Can I get an A for that?
Yay!
There we
Yay!
go. Awesome. All right, we're gamifying the giveaways. All right, so in order to win the giveaway for today, there are going to be 3 hidden doors, which will be pinned to the top once OMW gets back. He's going to pin them to the top. You as the audience choose which door you want to go in. Hidden door number 1, hidden door number 2, or hidden door number 3. Now, you don't know what's behind the doors. It can be one of 3 options, right? And that is going to determine how we find out the winner of the giveaway. Once again, there will be 3 different ways to determine the winner of the giveaway. And that will be decided on what door you guys choose. One of the ways to determine the giveaway for tonight is by liking and reposting the space. The space that you are currently in right now. I'm getting a request. Maybe that's OMW. Is that OMW? There we go. Approve. Okay. One way is to like and repost the space that you are currently in. If you aren't in X Spaces, if you're watching it from a different medium, whether it be Twitch or YouTube or wherever, hop over to X. It is on our profiles. It is everywhere. Just hop over to any of our X accounts and you'll see the space. Like and reposting the space. That is one of the ways. That is one of the ways of winning a giveaway. The second way is to like and repost the live stream. That is what you're viewing right now. If you're in X and in space, you might not be viewing it right now, but there is a live stream going on right now. There is. OMW will post that to the top briefly too, as well. So, or you can just go to my handle. But liking and reposting the live stream is the second way to win the giveaway. The third way to win the giveaway is commenting in the live stream. And once again, the same way this works for the pre-show giveaway, if that is selected, then the more comments you have, the more entries you have in the giveaway, the more likelihood you have of winning. How the winner will be determined, I don't know yet, because it's going to be based off our hidden doors. So you guys choose the hidden door, and we'll find out at the end how the giveaway will be determined. I see Lexi in the chat. Yo, hold on. Shout out Lexi in the chat. There we go. Tom Taylor, he made us do it, but for real, you should come check out this. Mad flowers on your work. Yes, yo, mad flowers to Tom Taylor. Yo, for those that don't know, Tom Taylor wrote Injustice, which is my favorite like DC storyline. He also wrote Deceased. Amazing writer. He has something coming out. He has a variant cover with Nicoletta Balderi. That's what stood out to me. But amazing comic book writer. So, you know, because of that interchange today, I figured why not show him some love? Why not show him some love on that post that he did? Not sure if I can comment here. Slammy said, not sure if I can comment here. Slammy, no, you're in the chat. You're in the chat. And shout out chat.
Yay!
Yeah, you can you can say what's up here, but that's not the comments. That's not the comment section for the giveaway. So yeah, you want to make sure you go to the comment section for the giveaway. But I appreciate the chat because I can see what's going on. I think they're getting confused, the chat with the comment section. It is different. It is different. But let me go back to you guys. Let me just say what's up to OMW. OMW, are you back?
Brother, I'm back. Please let me know if you can hear me and send me a co-host invite, good sir.
I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I got you. But I need you. Are you able to do the
they're both pinned to the top.
Okay, awesome.
Nice.
And I will hook you up with the co-host invite, so you are good. There we go. Let me know once you get that.
This says I accepted. There we go.
Let's go. And also shout out to 3.4 on the live stream. Let's go. Awesome. All right. So, to the topic at hand. Which is music and anime. And I feel like, you know what, Nikki, maybe you should kick this off because I feel like this topic is something that probably resonates with you the most? Because, you know, obviously you're a lover of anime, but you've gone out of your way to make an entire entire content based off of covering the music of anime.
That is true.
So I feel like if anyone understands the impact that music has, you know, that music has when it comes to anime, it's you. So the floor is yours.
Okay, how do we start this? Well, when I first got into anime, I think music definitely was a big important part of that. So I'm a old lady, so I was watching Toonami in the
Nikki, you
early
realize
2000s.
hold on, I have to interrupt you. You realize a lot of the people in this space are older than you. Like you
I know,
keep
but
saying that.
I'm still old. I feel old. But
Okay,
anyways.
okay.
I know. Okay, whatever. I'm old. I'm okay. But anyways, when they were still translating the opening covers, so like Rurouni Kenshin, they did Freckles. And for Yu Yu Hakusho, they had Smile Bomb, and they did all the endings too. They translated them, and I think that kind of helped me get into that kind of mindset. Because I thought it was so cool. So it was kind of like a trajectory, because I was like, oh man, I really love this Freckles song. I want to hear the whole thing. And then I finally heard the whole thing, but the whole thing was in Japanese, and I was 12 years old at the time, so I was like really confused. But after like finding that first Japanese song, I think I went a little cuckoo bananas because then I was just like, this is really cool. Wow, look at all these different songs, man. And it's just like a whole world of how different Japanese songs are to American songs. And how important they are to the storyline. And I mean, music can be very important to a lot of things. I think in the West, I feel like if you have a composer, rather than like putting pop music behind certain scenes, I feel like it kind of flows into that. But a lot of the times, those openings and endings for animes are being written for the show. So like, with a big one last year, the year before, I can't remember, was Idol by Yosobi for the anime Oshinoko, which kind of took...
Which I'm probably going to play your cover of that at the end of the show. Yeah.
It took the world by storm. It was huge.
You know what's funny about that song? And this goes back to kind of like the way that the songs are done when it comes to anime. They're done like pop songs, and as a result of that, the artists that do these are like popular artists, right? I mean, you look at Lisa, right, who did Gurenge, which is the opening for Demon Slayer. Like she's a popular artist, right?
Yeah, and she had to work her way up. And I think one of the first things she ever did was the anime Angel Beats. I think. So she started from like there, and I think what really kicked off her career would probably have to be Sword Art Online, when she did the opening for that, and I think that really like cemented her as a anime artist. Like I feel like there's certain bands that are definitely like when you hear their names, you associate them with anime, and I feel like Lisa's definitely one of them. For sure. And for some other bands and artists, they'll randomly be like, you'll be like, wow, that's so cool that they're doing an opening song, because they really never do that. Utada Hikaru, for instance, hugely popular. She does the openings for the Kingdom Hearts games.
And she did Evangelion, the movie, the second movie.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She did the theme songs for Evangelion, but she hardly ever does anime. But she did do the opening theme for To Your Eternity, which was so random, because I was like, wow, Tada did an anime opening? She never does anime openings. But it was like a big deal,
Yeah. And speaking of, I mean, I love Hitada. Like, I think her voice is amazing. Like, she has an amazing voice. Also too, because we do have like some Disney fans in the in the space. So, you know, I know Yo Steph. I don't think she's in here I don't know if she's in here right now, but like Yo Steph, I know is a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts, and that song is like that. It's something that you can play, and I think that that's one of the differences when it comes to like anime songs and maybe your traditional, you know, Western cartoon, is because a lot of the cartoons that you would see, their intros are built kind of like almost like jingles, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Like Adventure Time or SpongeBob and stuff like that. That's not something you're going to pay tickets.
Like play.
Yeah, well, play, but also even pay tickets to see that performed live.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And when you have anime, it's different. These are, you know, they're constructed like the, you know, there's a certain level of care and artistry in the music that, you know, these opening songs have. And I think that that's why they're so popular. I mean, there's even a category, right? Like at Crunchyroll, there's a category for best song, right?
Yes.
Anime song of the year. So yeah. I wanted to ask you, like, so you obviously didn't grow up listening to anime music, correct?
No.
Okay. So what did you grow up listening to?
Pop music, really. So before I really got into anime, I liked, you know, pop rock and things like that. And I think maybe the liking pop rock probably helped.
Like what type of artist
bit.
though? What type of artist would you say?
It's really hard to say because I got into anime when I was like 12, so that's when I started really listening to anime music. But I mean, I like pop bands. I was a little girl, so whatever. So, you know, Backstreet Boys. I had like soundtracks. I would listen to the Smallville soundtrack a lot of times. So a bunch, whatever songs were on there. It was varied, you know. And I listened to Disney songs. So.
Got you. I definitely get the Disney vibe because, like I said, from the first time I heard you sing, I was like, I feel like she was singing really good Disney songs. but yes, 100%. I do want to just check on OMW real quick. OMW, how you doing, bro? Are you good?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. I'm doing pretty good. This convo's it's interesting because like I'm one of the people who unfortunately does skip a lot of the
You skip the intros?
Oh man, listen, brother. I will give the intro like one listen per season. I'll give the intro and the outro usually like the first or second episode to see like if I actually vibe with it. If it's good, I'll give it a listen. If not, I'll bro, straight skip intro, bro. I'm a time efficient anime watcher. All right, I'm trying to get to the 18 minutes of actual action.
The actual
intros, yeah, actual intro skip, outro skip, recap skip. You know, all that.
Well, here's the thing that's funny, right? Because it actually is funny because I had this conversation with Nexus too, and Nexus was the same way, where he was like, you know, he'll just skip through it. So like a lot of times for his favorite animes, I would be playing songs from like his favorite animes and be like, yo, I've never heard that song in my life. I'm like, yo, this is like Silhouette from Naruto. Like this is like the anime national anthem.
But you know, where is Nexus, bro? Nexus is a wild cat. I would love to have Nexus in this chat. Hold on, real quick. As we're talking about Nexus, if anyone wants to come up and chat about these scores and intros, please feel free. Raise your hand. Request up on stage. We'll bring you up. Drop some comments in the chat.
Tell us your favorite openings and endings. I want to hear them.
Definitely.
Yes. I know that Glowing Chest, I think that's her name. Yep. Glowing Chest dropped a gif of Bleach in there and said it was a great show. So love to get their opinion on that as well.
My favorite intro from Bleach is Alone from Aqua Times. I love that intro. It's actually one of my favorite intros of all time. But yeah, I really like that song. And that's the thing, right? Like, and your OMW, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Like, I know we kind of like are in the habit of just skipping intros and stuff like that. But I'm gonna challenge you, bro. Like when you watch shows, specifically anime shows, like just let it play out. Like it's only about like what, like 30 seconds, right? Because it doesn't play
a minute and 30 seconds.
A minute and 30 seconds, right? Like
yeah, bro, a whole minute and 30.
But what I'm saying, let it play out. Let it play out and then see if that song has an impact on you later. Right? Because that's the thing, right? Music subconsciously has an impact on us. That's why scores mean something. That's why you can, if you're a fan, let's say you're a fan of like the Dark Knight series and stuff like that, and you hear that Hans Zimmer score, your mind starts transporting you back to scenes of that movie. You literally can hear a clip of that song and now feel like you're watching an entire movie again. Right? So I would challenge you to say, like, just when you watch your next anime, just don't skip. Just let the one, you could do whatever you want. You could go get snacks, whatever. Just let it play. Like let the sound play in the background, right? And then if that show is something that you love and you end up like getting attachments to you, I guarantee you, when you go back and listen to that song, that will bring back all of the vibes and all of the feelings that you had for that show. And it's purposeful. It's purposeful because Nikki, you said like, I mean, we don't speak Japanese, but even the lyrics and stuff like that, they're written specifically for that show, right?
A lot of the times, yeah.
Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong, right? Like, I'll give it like a good 10 seconds before I hit skip because I have to like get the remote and like click. So in that meantime, if there's something that's like a serious bop, example, Don intro.
Yeah, Don. I can't skip that, bro. I can't.
Bro, it hit me before I can grab the remote and click that skip button. I was like, whoa, hold on, what is this bop? And it locked in. But like also, I understand what you're talking about because Attack on Titan's a great example of that, That dun, 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 bro, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yo, but that song is dun 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 dun, like that, and when I hear that song, I see Levi like slashing Titan, like everything, bro. Like it brings back everything, and it's part, for me, it's part of the experience. It's part.
No,
of, like,
you're right.
Yeah,
like 100%, because I saw somebody wearing an Attack on Titan like little keychain on their lanyard, and I was getting into my car with my boyfriend, and I was like, he was wearing an Attack on Titan lanyard, and I was just like, yeah,
definitely, 100%.
It's just like so ingrained in my brain now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a part of it, and we talk about it, and it's funny because like, all right, so OMW, you speak about as far as like just with like getting the feeling from sub, right? Because you prefer watching anime sub, right?
100%, yeah.
So but that's another part of it, right? Like when it comes to the music, because the music is written, and then I can tell from experience from having to translate myself on Japanese music, right? But the song is written specifically for the show, so we may not get it because we don't understand Japanese, right? But when you're looking at it from over there, right? And obviously that is their native language, and they're hearing the music, and the music is literally talking about the show, but it's also a pop hit and on their charts and on their radio play, and and now this is attributed to the thing. It's different, bro. It's a different vibe. That's why like at the Crunchyroll Awards, you like their performers, kind of like with the VMAs or with the Grammys and stuff like that, their performers are the people that are performing anime intros. Like Lisa and Creepy Nuts were both performing at the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and that's because those are the pop stars, and it's the people that write anime intros.
No, for sure. I think it's like very similar to like how Kendrick Lamar did the music for Wakanda, right? Exactly. Or like the Spider-Man movie. Like, yes, it's very similar in that aspect. So,
Actually, it's funny you said that, because in the Japanese version of the second Spider-Verse movie, Lisa did the theme song for it.
Really?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, dang, I gotta
It's actually a
check
pretty
that
good
out.
song.
check
Yeah, it's
that
a really good song.
Let's go.
They're trying to like mix some worlds over there.
I love Lisa. She's amazing. She's dope. And
Lisa from Blackpink?
Not Lisa
No.
from Blackpink. Lisa from Garunge. She did the opening for
She
Demon
did
Slayer.
the first
Season
Demon Slayer
1?
opening.
Okay, yep. You see, like, listen, I know some of the hits, bro. I do know some of the hits because
There you go. Yep.
that was a banger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's a huge artist, right? And it's crazy. It's you know what's weird, because if it was the opposite over here, right? If it was the opposite over here, where let's say, I don't know, you had The Last of Us, right? But the main intro song was a song that was sung by like Sabrina Carpenter. You would think that that's like weird. Like you were like, why is Sabrina Carpenter singing the intro to The Last of Us, right? Instead of just some random.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of like being comparable is One Tree Hill's opening, which was Gavin DeGraw's.
Yeah,
that was a big pop song. Oh, Don't Want to Be. That wasn't written for the show, but that like.
Well,
that was
also
the
Dawson
opening
Creek. Dawson Creek.
Yes. Yeah. Smallville too. They had a pop song. Yeah, in the olden days we used to do it.
Yeah,
we
just not now.
doing it.
Not now. It got too expensive. They say
it got too
those royalties
expensive.
is crazy.
It got too expensive, and people don't have the attention span to listen to 30-second intros anymore.
Yeah. I feel you. But once again, let me just go over the rules real quick for the giveaway. Also, too, this is a interactive podcast, so feel free, if anyone wants to weigh in and tell us their favorite intro to an anime, feel free to come up. You are definitely more than welcome. We would love to hear that. But we do have a giveaway courtesy of our partners, VV Digital Collectibles. In order to enter into the giveaway, we do have Hidden Doors, which is pinned to the top. How much time did you set on the Hidden Doors, OMW? When are they gonna kind of like close?
One more time, what'd you say, Emoji?
The Hidden
Repeat
Doors.
that?
The Hidden Doors.
The Hidden Doors is pinned up top, right after the live stream.
How much
so if
time?
you slide, how much time on the Hidden Doors? You got like 25 minutes left. It's gonna wrap right before the show. 2 minutes before the show.
All right, so you got 25 minutes left. So feel free to cast your vote on the Hidden Doors. Everyone in the space, which door you want to enter into, 1, 2, or 3. And then depending on what door we enter into, that will dictate how we determine the winner of the giveaway today. There are 3 different possibilities on how someone can win the giveaway today. One is by liking and reposting the space. Another way is by liking and reposting the live stream, which is also pinned to the top. And a third way is by commenting in the live stream. Now, if comments on the live stream is what's chosen, then there are no limits to how many times you can enter into. The more comments you enter, the more entries you have in that specific giveaway. But I don't know which method we will choose for the giveaway until I find out what hidden door you choose by the end of the show. So feel free to cast your vote. Make sure that you do all of those things. The best way to guarantee your entry in all aspects is to do all 3 of the things that I said. And that will guarantee that you're at least entered into all the options for the giveaway. And I will call the winner at the end. So may the odds be ever in your favor. All right.
Wow, I see what you did there, buddy.
What? I try to make it gamified, bro. Like I want to make it interesting. I want to keep it.
Bro, we try to have fun games, not survival games, bro. Jeez.
Survival of the fittest, and survival of the fittest. And you know what? Last week, someone won a Howard the Duck, which had like an $85 floor price on that.
Nice.
So
Wow.
yeah, VB is going up, going crazy. And you know what? I feel like it's good to reward those that pay attention. If you are in a giveaway and there are only like 3 people in the giveaway, so your odds is like 33%, kudos to you. You deserve to win. You deserve to win because you're locked in. Shout out Majin.
Yay!
But yes.
And Doobs. They put in the works, bro. They put in every single week. Thank y'all for showing up and engaging. For real.
Definitely.
It means a lot.
Definitely. But yeah, man. So music. The topic of music. So I wanted to ask you, okay, so Nikki, right? Like, so that is kind of like, I guess, when you discovered music and stuff like that, or anime music, but what made you kind of decide that was the path that you wanted to go? Because obviously, like, your voice is very, very well suited for Disney stuff, right? Like, very well suited for Broadway stuff, but your covers are anime songs. So, yeah, what made that be your choice?
That's so, you know what? It's like you kind of stumble into it, I guess. So, all right, I started writing lyrics when I was, trans lyrics when I was like 13. And it was for the theme song to Final Fantasy X.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Is this Suseki Dane?
Yeah, that was the first one I ever wrote. 13. I wrote
that
it.
Is like one of my favorite video game songs of all time. Okay.
So my language arts teacher had us have a journal, and we had to write in it like every day and had to fill out a page. And I was like, what the hell am I going to do? So I was like, I really like this song. I wonder if I could take these lyrics and make them English, because, Freckles, they did that for Freckles, and that was cool. And so I did it, just for funsies. And not that it was that it was very good, but and then I really got into it when I was a senior in high school, and so I don't know if anybody knows Lily Pichu, but she actually went to school with me, and we used to make music together, and we kind of got started doing it like that. And I was like, I don't speak Japanese, so why don't I don't feel comfortable singing in it, so why don't I try translating the lyrics?
But Lily didn't speak Japanese either.
No, she doesn't speak Japanese, but she played the piano.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we both liked anime, and we wanted to cover these songs, but I don't speak Japanese, and I just don't feel comfortable singing in a language that I don't speak. I feel very awkward about it. So I always get those questions. I don't get them so much anymore now, but when I first started posting, it's like, you should sing this in Japanese. I have to say the same thing every time. But I'm not comfortable singing in Japanese.
It's funny though, because especially in the translation process, like that takes a lot of work, as far as even with the songwriter, right? Like, and it's funny because when you sent me Otonoke, like I was like, this is like a writing exercise.
I gave you so many notes. I felt so bad.
No, it's cool. Like, the notes are fine. Like, I appreciate the notes, but it's a writing exercise, which, I mean, I'm down for the challenge, right? Because I'm a writer, right? But for those that don't know, right? Like, you have to, obviously, you can't translate it word for word, because it's not going to flow the same. And yeah. So let me just interrupt you real quick. So luckily people really don't make this comment anymore, but a long time ago, when people first started doing this, so many of the comments were like, this isn't the exact translation. And everyone that does this is like, you can't sing in the exact translation. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. 100%. You literally cannot take the exact translation and sing it, because if you do, it's going to sound awful. Because I'm not just trying, like, I'm trying to translate the songs, but I'm also trying to make it keep it musical, So so if I'm singing a line and I'm like, that line, like, and I wrote it, I'm like, this, it sounds good on paper, but if I'm starting to record it and I'm like, that doesn't flow, it doesn't sound good, and I have to go back and I have to try to rework it. And I also try, to add to
to end on a similar syllable if I can. And it's a big process and it's not an easy thing to do. But, I feel like if you really put the time and effort into it, you can get a really great translation that also sounds like a really good song.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. And this is something that you've been doing for like years. I gotta hit you again on that. So, I kind of had my first foray into it with this thing that you just sent me with Otanoke. And even just looking at that, like I said, like it was a songwriting test because for me looking at that, it's same as what you said, right? You can't do a literal translation. So what you have to do is kind of like do the spirit of the music, the spirit of the song to kind of like capture the same essence and then take, artistic liberties in that. Maybe people will like it, maybe people won't. I don't know. But regardless, you can't do a beat for beat because musically it's not going to sound good. So you take that, but then also too, like there's the rhyming aspect. Right? There's, what is the feel? What is, the energy of the song? And if they're rhyming on a certain, even when it comes to songwriting, if you're rhyming on a certain word, it has a different feel, right? Like if you're rhyming on a word that has E, that ends with E, it has a different feel than rhyming on a word with oo. It does. Oh, yeah. It does, right? So now you're kind of like trying to match that. And then, especially since you gave me a hip hop verse, which I don't know if I'm going to forgive you on that, but you gave me a hip hop verse, which has syncopation. And now you have, words that are rhyming in between the end lines, right? So so you have, how you're going to end it, how that rhymes. But then in between the lines, you have things that rhyme with that. And then that line rhymes with the next rhyme. And that so you're kind of like constructing it. Okay, this is a different language, right? And I have to match this. But you know what also threw me for a loop? That would have all been fine. But you know what threw me for a loop?
Wow.
It's that sometimes these Japanese songs aren't completely in Japanese.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they throw a lot of English words in there sometimes.
Yes. And I'm like, don't, because this makes it worse. So if you give me...
I gave you little notes like, try to keep this word in there.
You would think that would make it somewhat easier because it's giving you like a foundation of what they're...
Not always.
If they...
Yeah, let me not always, and I'll tell you what, because sometimes the English word is like in the middle of the sentence where it's not supposed to be, and you're like, how do I have to like reframe the whole sentence? So if I want to keep it in, so a lot of times I have to move the English word. Like I keep it in this, like the line, but I move it because it can be in a weird place sometimes.
Yeah. but also too, like even if you are ending on it, if it's a weird word, like let's say the word is M. Night Shyamalan. And now you have to have every single verse end with something that rhymes with M. Night Shyamalan. That's fun.
Listen to the last thing he says in the second verse.
Yes. It's a fun activity to do. But
I know it was literally just like, seriously, this is just M. Night Shyamalan.
I was just like, oh. But you know what? It like I said, it's a writing exercise. And it made me think of, honestly, like, the Beatles and stuff like that, because they, like, as a band, what they did was they challenged themselves to write in every type of song format, whether it was ballads, whether it was 32-bar pop song. Like, they challenged themselves to be like, we want to write in every song format that there is, which is, speaks to your your caliber as a songwriter, right? But yeah, like this whole translation process, it gave me a whole different like respect and kind of like appreciation for, cover artists like yourself that do cover, music, and have that songwriting aspect where they are translating. But yeah, I mean, I guess it just goes to show, going back to the topic at hand, when it comes to the impact that music has on, on anime. Because of the fact, these covers are so popular and people love them so much, and they have such a affinity towards, the song itself, that, there's such a high bar. There's such a high bar when it comes to, creating it, translating it, or whatever you're doing with it. But yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going on a songwriting rant.
Hey, we also have about 14 minutes left in this Hidden Doors.
Okay.
So if you guys want to head up there and enter in for for what you want us to do for today's giveaway, greatly appreciated. And thank you for pulling up, everyone. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for commenting, all that good jazz.
Definitely.
Go ahead, Emoji.
And I just want to say also too, in order to, so we do have Hidden Giveaway Doors, which is pinned at the top. Cast your vote as far as which door you want to choose, and whatever door we choose, that will determine as far as how we decide the winner for today. So there's 3 different ways that we could decide the winner for today. One is by likes and reposts of this space that you're in. So liking and reposting the space could be one of those doors. The other way is liking and reposting the live stream, which is also pinned to the top. So make sure you do that. And the third way is commenting in the live stream. The more comments you have, the more entries you have. So whichever door is picked, I'm going to disclose at the end once we find out what is behind that door, and then I'll announce what is the methodology. So if you do want to make sure that you are entered across the board, make sure you do all 3, which is like and repost the space, like and repost the live stream, and comment in the live stream. And comments you can do as many times as you want. Each comment is 1 entry. All right. So, you said how many more minutes we got left?
In the Hidden Doors, we have 11 minutes left.
11 minutes? Okay. So you guys got 11 minutes to do that, because we're going to be counting calling the winner or calculating the winner by then.
Winner, chicken dinner.
There you go.
Yay!
All right. So, music.
I have a story. Can I tell a story?
I would love a story. Let's go.
Okay. So this is about music. So this is a very long time ago, and I was watching Adult Swim, and this anime came on, and it was I'd never really seen it before. If I had seen it, I didn't really like it that much, and I was like, what the heck is this? This isn't the show that was supposed to be on. But I was like, it's late, it's late. I'm just gonna keep watching. So I sat and I watched.
About to say it's lit. I'm sorry.
Hold on, wait. So I just kept watching, and then the ending song came on, because Adult Swim used to just play the ending songs. They never played the opening songs for animes. I don't know why. But they never played the opening song for this specific anime. Anyways,
you are right. I didn't notice that until right now. They didn't.
Yeah, they didn't. Anyways, so I'm watching this anime. The ending song comes on, and I am blown away. I was like, this song is amazing. I love this song so much. I cannot believe it. I'm gonna tune in tomorrow just so I can listen to this song again. So I just put the anime on. When it came on the next day, and I'm watching the whole thing. I have no idea what's going on. I've never seen this anime before. It gets to the ending song. They changed the ending song, and I was so sad.
Is it because the ending song was the opening song, and that was the first episode? It's because they changed, like, sometimes the ending songs change. And that anime was Inuyasha. And it was Fukai Mori. Oh, yo, that is my favorite ending song for that show.
I heard Fukai Mori for the first time, and I was like, that is such a good song. And then I go and I watched it the next day, and they changed it to Dearest. And Dearest is still an amazing song. But
it's not Fukai Mori. Yeah.
But it's not Fukai Mori.
You know what's funny? So I started watching Inuyasha. Someone had ripped it for me, like on DVDs. So I didn't watch it on TV. I watched it on like my rip DVDs. I had the whole series.
You bootlegger.
I mean,
that's okay.
I watched it late. I don't think it was on TV at the time that I watched it. But yeah. So Fukai Mori was on it when that hit. I was like, yo, this is a bop. And it's funny because when you covered it, I was like, yo, you covered my favorite song from Inuyasha.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dang, that sucks.
I mean, I'm grateful because it got me into Inuyasha. So I kept watching because for some reason in my head I thought maybe it'll come back. I mean, it did when I rewatched everything.
I feel you.
But it came after my will.
I feel you.
But that story always stuck in my head. Like I decided to watch a whole anime because I liked the ending song. That's how important music is to me.
Yeah.
I got another one. Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So this is actually only a couple of years ago, like 2019 or so.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just going through YouTube on my phone, and I saw this opening to this new anime called Dororo. And I was like, oh my gosh, this opening song, I've never heard it before, but it makes me feel so nostalgic. It makes me feel like, and it's not even like a nostalgic sounding song. It's like a hip-hoppy, pop, rocky, crazy song by the band Queen Bee, who I just covered today.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of going through like a slump where I wasn't really into anime, like not into, but I wasn't feeling it. But hearing this song, I was like, I need to go and I need to watch this anime right now. And it was like, and it just pulled me back into this world, and really kind of reinvigorated my love of anime music. And I feel like that's an important story to tell because I feel maybe I was kind of slumping. I was making music, but I wasn't really 100% into it. But then this song came out and I was like, I want to sing this song. And I was like, oh, you know what? The ending song was the very first song that I ever distributed, Sayonara Goko. And I feel like that anime really got me into like where I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, I don't know, that's how important anime music is to me,
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's not crazy. It's not crazy. And I get that too, because that is the impact that music has, right? Like anyone that loves music, anyone that has an affinity towards music or, a passion for music, it's because it has a certain type of, it evokes a certain type of feeling, right? Like it evokes a certain type of emotions and it makes you feel something. And when it comes to, especially with the stories and the things that are presented in, anime and the stories that we have, like it takes you back. And some of these stories, like they pull at your heartstrings, like they make you feel something. And shout out, because I see Magic is in here too, and she's going through her anime discovery too. But some of the animes that she had watched, she'll say like it made her feel something. And maybe it's the circumstances and maybe it's whatever's going on, but what is drawn out, it evokes emotion in you, your own personal life, but then you feel for these characters, and you kind of like in a sense can put yourself in there too. And the music, I think the music is a huge part or catalyst in kind of like keeping those emotions in a time capsule, right? Like that's what happens to us in life, right? Like we can go back to certain songs that were popular during certain periods of our lives and it means something different to someone that may just be listening to it for the first time, like later down the line, right? And now you take a show and it just like I'm telling you, like I listened to what is it, Goose House?
Yeah,
the intro to Your Lie in April, and that will be a show that we'll cover on Toontown to Tokyo at some point. But like that intro, I can't listen to that without like that story hitting me. And that, I mean, that's an example of an anime that's very emotional, but like I can't listen to that song without it hitting me. And I'm certainly sure that there's songs that both you guys have that when you hear it literally brings back the entire story, the entire anime. But that's a testament to how much effort goes into the songwriting of this art, right?
Yeah, the Attack on Titan rumbling song. Also, it's man, that's a crazy one. It's just emotions that immediately flow back once you hear the first second of the song.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Nikki, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, nothing. I was just making a noise in agreement.
I feel you. You know what other song? Like, it's not even a song, but it's a part of the score that hits me. You'll recognize this when I hum it. Da, na, 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 na.
I used to play that on my flute all the time. Man.
You did?
Oh my gosh, hold on. What is it called? I actually know the name of it. It's gonna bother me now.
I don't know the name of it, but I used to play it on piano all the time.
Yeah,
What's it from?
It's from
Kenshin.
Some of these sounds aren't even like intro songs or outro songs. They're just
it's just part of the score.
Songs that are played.
Yeah, it was a score.
Yeah, definitely.
It starts with a D. All right, I'm gonna text you at like 11:30 at night and be like, it's called this.
Just hit me. Majin, I gotta say, Majin Jesus in the chat is saying Majin keeps bringing this up. He said the Ginyu transformation theme. I have to go back to see what theme. Well, first off, Majin, you're talking about Dragon Ball, so I need you to be specific as far as which score you're talking about, because there's a lot of them. So I need you to tell me who did the score. But then also too, like, I gotta go back and see what theme you're talking about, because I don't. It doesn't stand out. But I gotta hear it. Again. So hit me up, Majin. Let me know like what theme and who scored it, because that's a huge. Is it the Kikuchi Ginyu transformation?
It's Departure, by the way. The song's called Departure.
Departure. Okay. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But yeah, man. So once again, this is why like I was excited to kind of like do this episode, because it's all about music, and being musicians, it kind of it hits different. Oh, Majin said the Bruce one. Okay, all right, I'm gonna check it out. Or Majin, send me a clip on YouTube if you could find one. But OMW, how are we doing on the giveaway doors?
The giveaway doors, the poll is actually ending as we speak. We have 8 votes.
Oh,
the winner was hidden door number 2.
Oh, snap. Okay, let me check that real quick. Hold on real quick. I'm not gonna disclose it because I'm gonna run it real quick. Hit it. You said number 2?
Number 2.
Okay. All right. So let me do this. I'm going to Masha said don't tell me what to do. All right, Nikki, I'm gonna solo on you real quick, and on my side I'm gonna go and grab what hidden door number 2 is, just the link real quick, and just give me a second. But Nikki, what has been your favorite, while I do this, what has been your favorite cover that you've done?
You know what? Actually, I'm really into my cover. It's not even from an anime, so that doesn't count. Let me think. Hold on. It's still a Japanese song, but it's not from anime. Let me look. I have to look. Sorry, I have so many that sometimes I forget. Be a Flower from the Apothecary Diaries is one that I really like to listen to. Mm-hmm. Please don't. I hope that doesn't make me sound conceited that I said that. I'm sorry.
No,
I always like my Freckles cover too. My Inuyasha covers I like a lot. I don't know.
Yo, side note, I have a question. Because you're doing a lot of humming. Are we ever going to get like a live performance from you?
We have to figure out how to do that.
Well, I mean, you could do.
I have to figure out how to do that.
I feel you. Well, I guess with music, right? Music going into the space, you would have to do it through your interface. So what you would do is you would have a separate device, plug that in like an instrument line into your interface, and then that'll give you your music.
You'd have to do maybe like a test thing to see if it sounds good. Because if it sounds like crap, then
it should theoretically work. I was doing it for years, but my interface broke. So I have to get a new interface. But for the time that I was doing it, it worked perfectly.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we can run a test. We can run a test.
We also did have one more favorite anime intro from one of our grease trappers.
Hey, let's go.
That we had.
Shout out to the Munch Trap.
It is Lisa the Gurench, the Demon Slayer intro.
Opening, yeah.
Definitely. I like that. We covered that before. I did your drums on that.
Yes, you did do my drums on that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and you killed it. You killed your Garenge cover. Should we? Wait, hold on, because we close out. Should we close it with your Garenge cover?
If you want.
Okay. I mean, OMW, do you want to hear our Garenge cover? Well, it's Nikki's Garenge cover. I just play drums.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, there we go.
Drums.
There we go. So we'll close it out with Garenge from Nikki G. All right, so I do have our winner. For the giveaway. Are we ready? Are you guys ready?
Yeah, bro, I'm ready.
Yep.
Run it.
All right, here we go. I'm going to have to, hold on, let me pull it up on the live stream. There we go. All right, so if you're checking on the live stream, you'll see, because I will switch over in just a second. In
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yay!
Our winner was based off of likes and reposts of the live stream, and that brings us to Leo Millie.
Hooray!
Congrats.
Let's go, Millie.
Once again, our giveaways are based off of the hidden doors. We don't know how we are going to determine the winner. It could be based off of likes and reposts of the space. It could be based off of likes and reposts of a live stream, or it could be based off of comments in a live stream. We decide at the end based off of your votes. You have voted that you wanted it based off of likes and reposts of the live stream. So that was how we determined the winner today. And it was Millie that won. So shout out to you.
Yay!
Millie. So we have our two winners for the night. We have our pre-show winner, who was Dubes, and we have our main show winner, who is Leo Millie. And I guess we can close things up, but we will also too play the final song, which is Nikki's Garenge cover with me playing the drums. So before we close things up, did you guys have anything you wanted to say?
Yes,
Great
hold on.
space.
I just wanted to thank C64 for the $19.99 super chat.
Let's go.
Thank you so much. He was trying to guess when I was telling my story about the Adult Swim ending. He said, was it the Fully Cooley ending? No, it was not the Fully Cooley ending. It was Inuyasha. But Fully Cooley's got a great score. It's gonna take you like 3 hours to watch it. Just sit down and watch
It's short. It's only like 12 episodes, right?
It's
If I like
6
it,
episodes.
It's 6
It's
episodes?
6 episodes.
Oh, snap. If I like it, I'm getting Magic to watch it. All right, cool. I'm gonna check that out. Also.
That's a great score.
Okay. I wanted to watch K-On! Too because that was how like I knew you and Lily Pichu because you guys kept covering songs from that. So like that show. So I was like, I should probably watch this show.
That was the first.
Yeah, I also just picked up a Fooly Cooly manga.
Fooly Cooly?
I heard the manga's not as good though.
Well, the show was just epic.
The show came first. The manga came after.
There you go. Magic is in the space. Magic, we are already plotting your next anime watch sessions. All right.
That's gonna be a weird one. Just warning you.
Oh, snap. All right. Okay. So, did you have any other thoughts or anything else from your chat or anything that you wanted to highlight or anything before we close things up?
I just want. Oh, there's one more comment that made me laugh. When you were asking me what my favorite cover is, Krosner McCaffrey said, "Don't make her pick between her children."
You know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, that is.
That made me laugh.
But nah. I appreciate you still for answering it. But my favorite, I'm telling you, my favorite song is still to this day and will always be Pocket Full of Rainbows because that was the first song I heard from you and you and Lily, and yeah, it just stuck. And it's an original song. So maybe we could dive into that at another point in a different episode. But yeah, for sure. Did you have anything, or OMW, did you have anything before we wrap things up? With the live stream.
Fro Comey actually said he's here because he heard that you were going to sing. So I think they'll like a live performance from you as well one day.
A live performance from who? Me
from
or
you.
Nikki?
From you.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? Hold on. Before I close up, you know what's so crazy? Like, I had Nikki on BOTC, right? On Back in the Class. And I was like, yo, like I did my traditional thing. I was like, yo, we should sing A Whole New World, right? We should sing A Whole New World. And now, typically, I think I do a good Aladdin part. Aladdin part. And then Nikki did Jasmine. And I was like, I don't want to sing this with you anymore. I'm good. I'm done. I'm like, and this was a cappella. This was like no music. It's like literally just on spaces and stuff like that. And then afterwards she went and I was just like, yeah.
I'm sorry.
But nah, I mean, I would be down to do it. Like in person, I would have to run over to Nikki's house if we wanted to do something like syncopated, but like a back and forth a cappella, like with music, but a back and forth a cappella thing. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. It's all up to Nikki, what she wants to do. But we can work that out. We can figure that out. But outside of that, do we have anything else before we close up?
I think that's it.
OMW?
No, that's it.
All right, cool. So we will close up the live stream. But once again, for everyone in this space, I am going to play an extra song from Nikki G. It's going to be Garunge, which is the opening song for Demon Slayer, which did win Best Animation for the year from Crunchyroll, an amazing anime. The opening song from season 1, Garunge, which is sung by Lisa, who we did speak a lot about, but her cover of it. And I'm on the drums. I'm playing drums. Yay! Wait, where's my thing? Hold on. Let me not do that myself. There we go. So I will play that in the space for those that are in the space right after this, but I will close the live stream. Once again, appreciate everyone that came through. We are closing up. We got 5.6K on the live stream. Let's go. There are supposed to be horns going on right now. There we go. There they are. Okay. So we do this every Thursday. We start the pre-show 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The main show at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Emoji. I'm here with my co-hosts, Nikki G and OMW. And this is a little something we like to call Anime After Hours. We will see you next week. And until next time, peace.